Alright, we're gonna start out today with some fun cards. These are my absolute favorite. These are the Garbage Pail Kids, the tarot deck. So I was a huge fan of the Garbage Pail Kids. It's very much so like 80s baby thing. It's kind of a 90s baby, if you're young enough, like in the 90s. But yeah, so we're gonna kick it off with this, and then we'll jump into mystical medleys, which is like, more cartoony. So, something about today's reading feels important to be lighthearted. So, um, and I guess it's really about the humor of things. So, like, being able to laugh about it later on is the type of, like, I guess, general message, the topic. So, we'll get right into it, okay? Actually, yeah, I'll start with these. Oh, we have the star coming out. This is interesting. So I love the artwork on these cards. If you guys can see it, yeah, this is really awesome artwork. It of course it's Garbage Pail Kids, so expect it to be creepy and kind of like weird. Which is what I love about it. But there's so much symbolism in this card. So, well, it's funny because I started out saying like being able to laugh about it later. And this is like reminiscent of like people have taken so many jabs at you, and like this is where all this water's leaking from, is like every slice in her body. Also, excuse me if I'm wheezing. Yeah, I have breathing problems. Um, yeah, there's a lot to this card, but I want to really get deep into this reading. So, also remember that the star has the essence of temperance in it as well, because there's like a balance and a pouring into oneself. It's like pouring into your own cup, or also pouring into living waters, and what you put in, you get back type of energy. So like the divine matching you. But yeah, that's a beautiful card. I will take momentary pauses to cough and like mute so I don't cough in your ear. So yeah, still sick, but gotta get the message out. Hmm. So we got the Hangman. And it literally came out sideways, which is usually I don't really think about that too much because I usually just go with upright or in reverse. But this coming out sideways is kind of indicative of hmm. Okay, so the Hangman is like suspending or pausing something or some connection or some relationship, something in your life, right? Or even just pausing yourself. But it's like the sideways is giving me the energy of like one foot in and one foot out. Also, because again, I just mentioned temperance being remembered because of the star card. And that's literally one foot in, one foot out. Like it literally is descriptive. It's descriptive, like in a way that says one foot in the water and one foot on land. So it's giving that hmm, it's like the heart still wants what it wants type of energy. So it's like you might be doing the right thing and you may be cutting off like things that don't serve you and people and connections that don't serve you, but your mind hasn't severed it entirely yet, which is, it's very human because it's easier said than done to let go emotionally and mentally. But kudos to you if you're able to sever the connection in the physical, because it starts with that. You know what I mean? Oh, we got three of coins and the emperor. So, I think I'll just put them underneath. The Three of Coins and the Emperor. Okay, I think this is more descriptive like this, anyways. Not my usual layout, but again, I just go with whatever feels right. The Three of Coins underneath the star. I'm kind of intrigued. So remember, the Three of Coins is like the Three of Pentacles, basically. I need to get, where's that one paper? One second. Well, I can't find it right now, and I'm not digging for it either. There was a paper that had a very good description of the Pentacles. I just can't happen to find it right now. Well, anyways, Three of Pentacles, okay, mind you, out of 10, 3 is not a lot. So this is like, and with the yucky mucus, as you can see, it feels like somebody being wise with their money, like very intentional, in order to stabilize and recuperate, regenerate after maybe, again, like I said, this star card specifically, taken so many chunks out of. People have really taken a jab at, like, you may have been through things where people used you and stole from you and, left you with nothing, and you still made something out of nothing. Yeah. It's giving like you're keeping your priorities in check because you're making sure that all three of you are each provided for. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to mean literally three, but like it also could mean me, myself, and I, the three aspects of oneself. It's making sure all your bases are covered, at least for your own self. Like, even though you haven't had, you can't have control of things that are outside of yourself. It's like it's giving me the energy to put together. It's like patching your own self up. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because when I think about mucus too, it's also your body's way of like protecting itself. Like me right now, I'm like suffering from a lot of mucus because it's trying to protect itself. So, so the Emperor under the Hangman sideways. This is a very specific message. So again, take what resonates, but and there could be multiple meanings. But what I'm getting from this is that it's blowing somebody's mind that you could leave them alone, that you could just stop, that you could cut them off, that you could no longer be willing to deal with what doesn't serve you. It's literally mind blowing, okay? Like what's funny is that this dust cloud is actually a crown with jewels. I never noticed that till just now. So you're literally either ignoring or just not. It's almost like you're giving them a cold shoulder, or like you've put somebody on timeout, but you know what I mean? Sometimes we need to make it more permanent. That may be recommended for some people. But somebody's all choked up over the fact that you could just dismiss them because maybe they have a position of power, whether it be emotionally, mentally, or financially over you. Because again, with all this like emperor energy, it's like somebody who has it. So maybe somebody you rely on, or who pays the bills, or is a part of contributing at least financially to the stability, or maybe you've relied on. I think somebody's just shocked, or just in general, somebody is surprised that you don't need them. That's just generally it. It's like somebody's surprised and shocked that you don't need them. And on the bottom, we have Five of Coins. That's exactly it. They're surprised, they're shocked, they're mind blown that you would leave them in the cold, and that you would be willing to go without, or start all over again, or have little to nothing, or struggle. You'd rather be on your own and struggle than to deal with them. So it's like, yeah, that's literally what I'm getting from that. Let's get some mystical medleys. Now, it's going to be a little hard for you guys to see because I can only put so much on the camera. But we'll see what we can do. Okay. Alright, and I'll probably move these upwards, okay? That was interesting. So again, remember, we have the hangman up here and sideways. At some point, I'll probably just start piling the cards on top of each other, so, rewind if you need to remember what cards are on the bottom. And I'll also remind you guys, because I'm going to be a little extensive with these reads. It's been a long time since I've done, extensive general readings. So I'm going to take my time. Again, I apologize. I sound so cruddy. I'm just sick. Okay. This is literally it. Yeah. So interestingly enough, we got the Four of Wands coming out, okay? What's interesting about this is that I find it intriguing that we go from the Star, which is this individual person's energy, like your strength and your resilience. Then you have the Three of Coins, like making something out of nothing and protecting yourself, right? And still being able to provide and make do and be very intentional about your spending, your earning, and where you're putting things and how you're doing things. So the Four of Wands is like you're literally, whether you know it or not, you're doing the healing and the preparing that it takes for you to be matched and met halfway. So it's like it goes from Three of Coins to Four of Coins, and as you can see, it's like a couple, and they're rejoicing. So it's like this also can indicate sometimes like union and marriage of some sort. So this, or courting. So it's giving that, like, because you're doing the healing and because you're making an intentional decision and choice every day to carry on with being intentional and being doing it on purpose, basically, like you're doing things with purpose, okay? And that is it's mending you in a way that is, you don't realize that you're going to be in a position, or maybe you've been wanting to, where you can not just think about needs and necessities and survival and like making sure that tomorrow is going to be as safe as today. You know what I mean? It's like you'll be able to enjoy yourself. Temperance is also, yeah, temperance is funny. So I just said temperance multiple times, right? When it came to the Star energy. And this is also indicative of you've just been, again, very balanced inside and out, financially, emotionally, mentally. Like even your perception, you're trying to be balanced in all ways. So with this being said, this is, you've, again, with that, like I said, this hangman in sideways position with the Emperor and then Temperance is definitely giving like one foot in, one foot out. So like, although you may be taking care of business and doing the right thing, you're either, your heart or mind or both are still torn towards or leaning in that direction, or still wanting it. Maybe you still pray about it, maybe you still want to manifest it. It's still a dream or a want or a desire of yours, which I'm not knocking you for. I'm just saying that if this resonates, then that may be the case for you. That's too many cards. Okay, yep. Oh my god, literally like I said. So, literally like I said. Okay, so we got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, two aces to come out together, that's a beautiful thing. Because, look, like I said with the Star energy, it's like even though there's been many jabs taken at you and you're leaking from all these places, you took the time to allow your body and your mind and your heart to heal. And then, instead of it coming out of all these holes that were poked into you, it's like your cup runneth over in the way it's supposed to. And this is also giving me the energy of the Holy Spirit. So it's like living waters, very, 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 very highlighted. Like the divine putting living waters in your cup for you filling it up. For you pouring, like I said, for you pouring into yourself, into your cup, the way you were intended to. It's like the living waters will make your cup runneth over. And that's where the divine meets you halfway and matches you, okay? That's how it gets to the runneth over. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, you know, that darkness, that cloud, that struggle is actually what brought forth your ability to walk through this threshold on this path towards blessings. Again, this is like, you could see it as a lily or a tulip or whatever, but I'm seeing one of those flowers, again from Animal Crossing, but it's a, what is it called? Oh God, I forgot what it's called now, Jesus. But anyways, it's just white flowers signify hope. So even in the darkest times, even through not having, you still had hope, right? And there we go with the three again. There's three flowers, and then we have these three of pentacles. It's like you may have been taking care of three people or three different, maybe you're an at-home parent and you work and this and that. It's like there's something about three, and also the me, myself, and I. Like you've come full circle, and even if it doesn't feel like it, you have made quite an impact on your own life and changed your outcome and also changed your trajectory. So, you know, kudos to you. I do feel like getting some cartomancy. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to do some cartomancy. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to grab one of my really, 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 really old decks. This is somebody's personalized playing cards from God knows when. It had to be early 1900s. No cap, if not before then, because these are so old, and it's leather bound entirely. Like the entire case itself is made out of leather, and I mean real leather, and it comes in like a little case that looks like a book almost, like, and then the initials are RB. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, at the top. See? Crazy, huh? So I'm going to grab these out. These are just regular playing cards that you can play poker with. But again, when you read those, that is called cartomancy, and that is one of my specialties. I'm trying to bring back a dead art, maybe an art that never got its shine enough in my eyes. Give it a good shuffle, because I use these quite often. Okay, there we go. 8 of spades and a 7 of clubs. Okay. I also keep my notes on the side because I have terrible, absolutely terrible memory. And cartomancy, reading these playing cards is actually a little harder to remember for me than tarot, oracle, and everything else, because that all comes intuitively, and I've memorized those. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. 10 of diamonds. All right. Let's see. So, according to my handy dandy notes, right? So we've got the King of Spades coming out. No, 8 of Spades, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Affliction, intervention required, and steady steps for resolution. Literally, like I said, the steady steps for resolution, healing thyself, taking care of me, myself, and I, and taking care of business. You may be even taking care of a family at the same time. Repairing these holes that were put into you, okay? These are steady steps to progress after affliction. You know what I mean? Literally after affliction. It's crazy. Like, this is you it's taking intervention after all these, like, I think all these laser beams that you're seeing is what put all these holes through. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's confirmation if I ever seen it. Okay, 7 of clubs. Unexpected loss in finances and sudden changes. Waste of resources. So, again, it feels like wasted time and effort on someone, something, or some type of,
No.
Sorry, that was my son. Yeah, it just feels like, again, stop wasting your time on things you need to suspend and let go of, right? It's like still having your heart or mind on a direction that doesn't serve you. Like I said, that hangman in the sideways, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like you kind of stop, but then you still kind of want for that in a way. You know, that kind of energy? Okay, 9 of diamonds. Let's see. Preparing for harvest, success. I cannot talk right now. Yeah, that makes sense too under the Ace of Cups. So it's like, again, like I said, you had to save, and like Five of Coins, even not having it, you made intentional choices and were very on purpose about how you were living and choosing to spend money and make money and all these things. So it's like you were careful, and that's why you were able to fill up your cup. It's like putting in a couple of dollars every week into a piggy bank until it adds up to something that you can utilize. Like, oh, I'm just seeing like a piggy bank with. Sometimes people need to break it down back to simple things like, oh, I need to make a payment on my car or on the light bill, and then get a piggy bank, label it light bill, and put whatever you can into there and don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm doing too, because I'm also on payment plan for my light bill. So that's interesting. Ten of Diamonds, reaping the rewards, household riches, and hard work paying off. Period. That is literal. That is so literal because look, that's literally the definition of Ace of Pentacles. The hard work paying off. The struggle leading to success. Okay, that's beautiful. I love that. That's a beautiful way to end this reading. I will come back with another very deep and entailed reading. Maybe the next one will be longer and I'll incorporate like Oracle and this and that. But I'm really glad I got to add Cartomancy in there to confirm the message. So take what resonates. And again, my information is in my bio. If you would like to book a personal reading, yeah, I definitely encourage it because, again, personal readings are personalized and this is general. So this is like, take what resonates, leave the rest. But like personal readings are more tailored to you and your needs, okay? All right, I'll catch you guys later.